If you ever traveled for bird photography, you know how difficult it can be to find the perfect spot, the one with the right lighting, the right birds, and close-up photo opportunities. But there's a tool that can help take the guesswork out of it, and it's free, and you've probably already heard about it, and you're probably already using it. But if you're like myself, you maybe haven't been using it to its fullest potential. And that's what I'm going to teach you here today to help you plan out your next bird photography trip. I'm actually using it right now to plan out my Ireland trip that I'm going on in a couple months. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm using it so that way when I go to Ireland, I can get the best shots possible. Let's dive in. So if you haven't figured it out already, the tool that I'm speaking of is eBird. That's www.ebird.com. A lot of us use the apps on our phone to help us find bird photography locations in our areas. And actually, I did a whole segment on how to find great bird photography locations, and I'm going to put it up here for you if you want to check out that video after this one. But in that video, I didn't do a real deep dive on how to use this tool to its full potential. In that video, I just talked about using the app and looking for hotspots. But here, if you're brand new to it, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to find those awesome bird photography locations while we're traveling. So to start off, you just want to go onto eBird.com and you're going to come to a page that looks like this. You can sign into your account if you have one, or you don't have to, either way. All you have to do is go up here to the search bar and you're going to press explore. And then this comes up here. So you can explore species, you can explore regions, and those two tools are great. But what we want to plan out our trip is explore hotspots. So we're going to press that right down here. So this brings up a little map of the world. And now all we're going to do is we're going to go up here on the right where it says location. And I have two locations that I want to check out while I'm in Ireland, or I want to see if they're actually good to check out while I'm there. The first one is Rathlin Island. So that's in Northern Ireland, or the UK, and we're going to check that out. Now it's going to load the spot, and we can see Rathlin Island here. And see these little dots here on the map? If you look over on our right-hand side where it says species observed, and we match those little dots with the color, you can see where the most birds have been seen. So if I just look at Rathlin Island and I see this little one here in the center, I'm going to press that. And that's just going to open this up here. It's going to tell us how many species have been seen in total. And then I'm just going to press view details. Because we're focusing on bird photography, we're just going to kind of ignore everything else. And we're just going to go down here to where it says all recent photos. We're going to press it. And that's going to bring this up here. Now, as you can see, there's hardly any birds showing. That's because up here, it says days since uploaded 30. We're going to press X because we just want all the photos. So we're going to get rid of that. There we go. So now we're looking at lots and lots of photos. And while I'm in Ireland, what I'm looking to find is I want to get close-up shots of gannets and I want to get close-up shots of puffins. I'm going to be there in May. So if I press this photo, this one was posted November 1st, so I'm not going to be there on that day, so I'm not really interested in that. Exit out, and I'm going to come back to my main page. I'm going to be there in May, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to date, and I'm going to go March to May. So that's when I'm going to be there kind of early May. Actually, let's change it here. I'm going to be there in May, and then we'll make our end month May. I only want times in May because that's when I'm going to be there. And you can get more specific. You can do a start year, end year, and all that. But let's do that. Set date range. Here we go. So in this spot, this looks like, so this isn't quite what I'm looking for. It looks like we got sanderlings, we got godwits, we got a lot of shorebirds, but that's not what I'm after. So maybe in this location, I didn't press the right spot. So we're going to go back. So that spot didn't look good. So I just looked up Rathlin Island again, and I know that the best spot actually on Rathlin Island is the Westlight Seabird Center, and look at that, there's a little dot there. We're going to press that, and we're going to go back to view details. Okay, even already in the new species, I'm seeing razorbill, common murres, kittiwake. That's what I want to see. Let's go to all the photos, and this is supposed to be the best spot on the island to see our seabirds. See our seabirds? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got some razorbills down there. Oh, I see a puffin. That's what we want to see. But now, again, we're going to go to our dates. We're going to go May to May. I only care what's there in May. That's the time I'm going to be there. Okay, we got fulmar. We got puffins flying. I got close-ups of razorbills. This is what I wanted to see right here. So it looks like we can get kind of close, but look at the angle that everybody's shooting at. They're all shooting down. This is not quite what I'm looking for as a bird photographer. I like the flight shots, but I don't know if I have to go all the way. But I'm wondering if I have to go all the way to Rathlin Island to get the same thing. If I'm flying into Dublin, are there other places where I can get shots like this instead of going all the way up here? Is this really worth it? Because I can tell that all these shots are being shot down, especially these ones around this section here. Like all these puffins are being shot down at. So I'm not going to get that nice creamy background photos that I want while I'm there. I'm not getting quite close enough. So it's pretty amazing that I can see the photos here, see that most people are shooting down, and that this place might not be worth me visiting. Have any of you ever been here? If you have, let me know. Is it worth a visit? Because from what I'm seeing, I'm not quite sure that this is what I want. Because another location that I had been scouting and had my eye on was Great Saltee. Yeah, Great Saltee Island. Let's check that out. Oh, it's only got one little spot, so that's all we're going to press. We're going to press View Details. All recent photos. Nothing, so we're going to go up here and exit since 30 days. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what we want to see right there. So already, look at that's perfect. I got eye level with gannets. I got eye level with puffins. Creamy backgrounds. Everybody's getting nice shots. Love it. But let's check the dates. Maybe the dates don't work. Maybe these are all shot sometime that I'm not there. So I'm there in May. Set date range. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that shot. Who's that? Ronan Tomey. Beautiful shot. Look at that. Shout out to him. Stunning. Love it. But yeah, this is what I can expect to get shots of while I'm there in May. And I am loving what I'm seeing. Tons of shots. Oh yeah. Tons and tons of shots of exactly what I want to see. So this spot is 100% going on my list. I will definitely be coming here in May. So that's how you use that part of eBird. But now, if you're traveling somewhere and you know the birds that you want to see, there's actually something else that we can do. And that is prepare ourselves using eBird's quiz functions. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to show you how that works. This is really cool. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go into Google and we're going to look up eBird quiz. It's usually the first one that pops up, eBird quiz plus photo sound. Or eBird photo plus sound. So now all you're going to do is you're going to press start quiz. So now we're in our quiz section, and what you're going to do, you can do birds in a region or birds in a place. So let's say I'm going to stop in at Dublin. Let's say we're going to go to Dublin. Okay, we're going to Dublin, Ireland. Choose a date. Yeah, sure, May 3rd. That works. Which birds? The ones that we're likely going to see. And we're going to do a photo quiz, or we can do a sound quiz. So let's do the photo quiz. Start. And there you go. That's going to give us, it's going to give you a photo of what you might see, and then you can answer and figure out what kind of bird it is. I'm going to go with black-headed gull. Woohoo! Look at me on a roll. And then you can rate the photo. I don't want to be mean. All right, next one. What else are we going to see in Dublin? That looks like a barn swallow. Yeah, woohoo! I'm going to give that a 4. All right, you get it. So there you go. Now you can use eBird quizzes before you go anywhere. This is going to be a huge help whenever you're traveling, because before you even get there, you're going to be able to identify the birds by sight and hopefully a little bit by sound. Well, that's all I got for you today, folks. I hope next time you go on a bird photography trip that this video will help get you prepared for it. I actually have a free bird photography cheat sheet down there, link in the description below. It is completely free. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff, and goodbye.